rush is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. Down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for the offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Inside handoff, Smith. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking middle, he finds Royals. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. 11 yards for number 11.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. trying to run for it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Yellow, yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Derek Harmon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashard Smith hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. When they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when a knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Looking to put a drive together. Chuck now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. From the 42-yard line, here's second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 42.
They'll throw. Here's Chuck. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 57 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He finds his man complete. That's Parks. First catch for it. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
Steelers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Now Shuck. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. To throw now, Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. Here's Shuck. This one finds Austin outright. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll try again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. To throw is Shuck. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot and get in the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
41-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The Steelers at 10-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Off the bootleg, Shuck with it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Tough spot here. 3rd and 18 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. Throwing, Shuck. That's going to be caught. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
Already know I got to go. Money can't look out to go. You got to go if you play or you troll.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
At the 16-yard line.
On play action, Shuck. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Ready up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set. Nike 18.
They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the gun here, Shuck. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Now he'll top this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They begin with a run by Smith. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead.
42, Chiefs 14.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and he never gets stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. Slot man moves right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier. And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Yellow, strike!
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a yard.
Yellow,
Again, it's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On play action, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Baker. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
It was a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Cine.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. From the gun, Shuck. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Shuck now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to third down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And he comes back with one complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
That flag, that'll push them back 5.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11.
To the air again is Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
19 tight. 70.
He'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he is caught. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Shuck. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And to find the open man, that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake, Shuck. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Come on. Set. Hawks 70. Hawks.
To the air once more. Shuck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 Timberwolf.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chenal. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again. This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Pass complete to Royals.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes.
To the left side, he's got Royals.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board and make this thing look just a little bit better.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Smith up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Mahomes. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Steelers first down.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, you know,